I got a Cushaw here, which we're going to make a Cushaw pie, hopefully. Mom grew this, so I'm gonna show how to cut up and make Cushaw puree, or how you do it with pumpkin. I'm gonna just take off this stem. This is really hard. That's a sharp knife. I'm going to just cut the top off. Yeah. Like that. I'm gonna do this in a second, but I'm gonna do this right here. Just gonna split it down the center. I'm just gonna split it down the center, like this. And there's what the inside of a Cushaw looks like. Now I'm gonna scrape out these seeds. Now I'm using a gravy spoon. Pretty sure this is a gravy spoon. I'm using a gravy spoon. I'm gonna scrape out all these seeds and puree and pulp. And it don't smell like anything like a butternut squash or a pumpkin is, if you don't know what it smells like. But it don't smell like a butternut squash or a pumpkin. Less like that smell. I'm just gonna scrape out the seeds like this. And there's what the inside one looks like. I'm gonna scrape the seeds out of this one. And there, this one's got no seeds in it. And this one's got no seeds in it. I'm just gonna make sure they got no seeds in it. And then I'm gonna go to this one, the stem. We'll cut this stem in half because you can get more puree from the stem also. I'm going to put some salt in it. Salt it real good, like you would, I'm guessing, a watermelon. And then I got the sheet pan right here. I'm going to heavily olive oil it. You would put foil down, but this is a good pan. And also we were out of foil. And I put way too much olive oil. You don't need like a whole pond across it, but you do need a good amount of olive oil. I'm just gonna salt this to make sure. And you're gonna lay these this side up on here. I can salt these. And then you're gonna put them in a 400-degree oven until you can take a knife and it goes in there pretty easy. These are Cushaw seeds that I'm gonna just squeeze to save so we can plant them next year, or you could toast them if you wanted to, if you liked them. I don't really like them toasted, but if you're someone who likes them toasted, that'd be good. There, this was just one smallish Cushaw. And this is how many seeds we got from one Cushaw. That's not all of them, because there was like one or two that was on it when I threw it in the oven. And there might have been a couple that I threw away. Okay, so the Cushaw's out of the oven, and I'm going to just scrape the inside stuff out. Scrape the meat of it out and put it in this, and I got a potato masher. You would put it in like a blender or something, but we don't have eggs right now to make the full pie, so I'm just going to put it in here for whenever we make the pie. Which you could mush it, and if you had a vacuum sealer, even if you didn't have a vacuum sealer, you could probably still freeze it for up to like 3 months. Just a puree. And you could do this with a pumpkin, like a sugar pumpkin, or there's like a million different pumpkins that you could use. But we had a Cushaw. Yeah, we do it with butternut squash for Thanksgiving pumpkin pies, since pumpkin puree that you buy in the store has a percentage of just squash. It's not 100% pumpkin. Unless it says like 100% pumpkin, it might have still some squash in it. A pumpkin pie tastes different than a real pumpkin pie. The ones you would normally make for Thanksgiving, it tastes a lot different. Like, I prefer the butternut squash pies better than a real pumpkin pie. And we have a butternut squash that we don't make, don't make chili or something with. That's what I prefer to do with them, is make a pie. It's pretty much a pumpkin pie, but with a butternut squash. And butternut squash are easier to get your hands on and cook than are easier to get and cook instead of like a Cushaw or a sugar pumpkin. Those you can only find about this time of the year in fall. But a butternut squash you can find almost any time of the year because they come from out of country. Just the big round part of the butternut squash. Now I'm gonna go to the stem and try to pull me some. Oh, the stem part looks different. I'm not gonna do the stem part, but still that's enough to make you a good Cushaw pie. So I'm gonna take my tater masher and squishify this. If we were making the pie, I would put this in like a blender or Ninja or something like that. And then put all the seasonings and stuff in it, and the eggs and all that, and crumbled it up. Zhuzhed it together. But I haven't mashed this up for a little bit. It looks like baby food or diarrhea. I'm leaving that in, Mom. Mom hysterically laughing behind the camera at me saying baby diarrhea is what this looks like. Or blended up banana that's my puke.
Real.
And now, I don't know what this baby diarrhea crap tastes like.
No, because we want it to be appealing. Nobody's gonna say, baby diarrhea. Oh, wow. What is that flavor?
I'm gonna try, I can't even see it. I'm gonna try some of this baby diarrhea Cushaw. Oh, that's baby diarrhea. No, it just kind of tastes like a peanut. It has a nutty flavor.
You ain't nuts.
But this has like a nutty flavor.
It's pretty color. I love that color.
You wanna try some?
We should talk about the color.
Try some.
And then I have poopy hands.
You got baby diarrhea hands. Oh crap, baby diarrhea on my face.
I'll just like the masher. Mash! Put it in the dishwasher. Because you've been mashing it for a while.
But I got the Cushaw Puree here. This, if you just made the puree for like a pumpkin or butternut squash. I got the puree here, and if you made it with I got the puree here. If you made this with like a pumpkin or butternut squash or even another Cushaw, you could have you could just vacuum seal it, puree it, put you a good lid on it, freeze this for up to 3 months.